One local girl struggling with illness is getting the chance of a lifetime. Her wish has been granted to receive some much-needed time in the happiest place on earth with some loved ones.
We're here to celebrate today is that your wish is being granted through the MakeAWish Foundation. And I have asked all of your friends and family to help me reveal your wish. So just look out that way, everybody.
In front of a sea of signs held by friends and family, Tiana Crooked-Neck's wish is granted. Her and her family are going to Disney World.
You can't describe the feeling. It's exciting to be a part of it. It's a creation of goodwill, not only for the child but for their family when they're going through something, struggling with something. The community comes together.
Tiana was diagnosed with Wagner's disease in 2014, struggling every day with the life-threatening condition.
There was times we saw her going purple and she wanted to give up and she wanted to stop taking pills, and she's a fighter and I'm proud of her.
While fighting her condition, Tiana's family has been apart, with her mother going to school in Saskatoon. That's not including trips to the hospital.
It was a struggle, and being young, and not being able to breathe sucks. And I'm just really glad that the MakeAWish is giving me a chance to go have fun and just forget about everything.
Tiana and her family will be heading to Disney World just in time for Christmas. Well, the debut of Lloydminster's Harvest Festival was buffeted by poor weather in 2015, but moving the event back to September seems to have done the trick. The last major outdoor community event before the cold arrives nearly tripled its participation from a year ago, and organizers are already looking forward to next year. Josh Ryan has more.
Winds were strong, but sunlight still shone down on Bud Miller Park during the 2016 Harvest Festival. The event began as one final outdoor community gathering to attract families and businesses from all around the border city before cold weather hits.
Another opportunity for families to come out, see what Lloydminster businesses have to offer. Our winters are very long here in Alberta, so it's just another great opportunity to get out for businesses to be able to showcase their products and what they're all about.
The festival gives people a little bit of everything, from petting zoo animals to bouncy castles, live music, and even a kids' cooking class.
Well, we're thinking something along the lines of harvest, fall season, and one thing that we wanted to really bring out was maybe some local produce.
The bouncy houses for sure, and the petting zoo. I've never seen so many bouncy houses, so they have lots of fun with that, going every one of them, so yeah.
The festival was originally supposed to take place October 1st, but was moved back a week to avoid snow or rainfall like last year. Based on the turnout thus far, the decision was a sound one.
I'd say about maybe twice as many so far. The weather was pretty bad last year, so.
For parents like Graham Hawes, it's another great community event to take the kids outside for the day.
We've been here for over 10 years, and there's once you're here, there's this kind of stuff going on all the time.
And based on the response from the community, plans for next year are already underway.
We will add a few more attractions and possibly do it even another week earlier next year just to try and ensure a little bit more warmth.
Josh Ryan, Newcap News.
Well, the Lloydminster Border Kings have been a staple in Lloydminster hockey for decades. On Friday, the team was honored at the Civic Centre, bringing back former players and the memories to go along with them. Moses Woldu reports.
It was a blast from the past as members of the 2001 and 2007 Allen Cup teams returned for a special reunion.
That's the beauty of hockey, is you can disappear for the 15 years and come back tonight and talk to a lot of these guys and like you never left and never missed a beat. It's been a blast.
A lot of these guys we haven't seen for a lot of years with both teams, and how exciting it is just to see them. I mean, it's nice to be honored, but the real fun of the night was seeing some guys we haven't run into for a long time.
The Border Kings are the only hockey team from the border city to win a national championship, something near and dear to their hearts.
2007 was my first year home, and my son was 2 months old. Now he's 9 years old, and I have a picture of him sitting in the cup. He's 3 months old, sitting in the top of it, and now he's just about taller than my wife and different. So It's just amazing how times change, but it's nice to see everybody.
From the heydays to their recent struggles, the Border Kings are a team without a league, considered to be too good for some, but not quite competitive enough to play in some of the more elite leagues.
What I see right now, it won't be the near future, but I'm not going to say die yet, because I'm going to keep convincing, because I got a bunch of local kids that I know would come and play, so it's not that I can't get a team. I'm pretty sure I could get commitment from 14 to 16 guys to come, but just no place to play, like no league to go into.
Still, the one thing remains. The Border City will forever be linked to the Border Kings.
Every day, I mean, you're involved in the community and you come to practice Tuesday or Thursday at 10 o'clock and there's 21 guys there. And guys had families and it was just so fun to show up and play, and we all played for the love of the game, and at the end of the day we all wanted to win, and we were lucky enough to win too.
Moses Wildu, Newcap Sports.
Well, the Lloydminster Bobcats were in action on Friday when they hosted the Spruce Grove Saints. Lots to cheer about for both sides as they were bolstered by 8 former midget AAA Bobcats. The Junior A Bobcats were sporting some new duds in honor of the 2001 and 2007 Allen Cup champion Lloydminster Border Kings. Some of the former players and coaches returned for the festivities. Also returning to the Border City were a pair of former Bobcats, Eric Benschattel and Brett Smith. Now members of the Saints, and the latter made a big impact, leading the charge with a power play goal in the first and followed that up with 2 more in the second period to get the hat trick. Benschattel had an assist as well. The Bobcats would find the back of the net in the third period with a goal by Adam Wilson. The Bobcats would end up losing 5-1. They head to Fort McMurray tonight to face the Oil Barons in search of their first win of the season. Another week of Wheatland Football League is in the books for the Lloyd Comp Barons, playing their first game of the season at home to the Vegreville Vortex. Oh, you have a tough QB when Barons pivot. Garrett Musgrave takes a broken play and turns it into a big game, setting up one of 3 touchdown passes to Jesse Borzel in the second quarter alone. The Barons would lead 36-0 at half, ultimately cruising to the 43-0 win over the Vortex. The Barons improved to 3-0 on the season.